Welcome everyone. How are you? Today I'm going to discuss about sustainable development goal. If we can understand the sustainable development goal appointed UNGA September 17 goal. These are universal goal and target which involve the entire world, developed and developing countries alike. They are integrated and invisible and balance the three dimensions of sustainable development. Means of implementation. A revitalized goal partnerships bringing together government, the private sector, civil society, and the United Nations system and other actors and mobilizing all available resources. So these are the main factor of sustainable development goal. So for sustainable development goal, we have to ensure no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality educations, gender inequality, clean water and sanitations, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry and innovation and infrastructure, reduce inequality, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumptions and productions, climate actions, life below water, life on lands, peace and justice, and strong institutions, partnerships for the goal. Industry and innovation and infrastructure. WIPO contribute legal framework 26 multilateral trades system is Act Madrid Hazin Lisbon Agreement Libo arbitration and mediation centers. Uh, Partner scopes, global brand database, global design database, and beside that it needs database and platform analysis and statistics, partnerships, access to research for development and innovations, access to specialized partner information, WIPRO, several WIPO green intervention and assistance program, capacity building. Academy, National Strategy, Regulatory Framework, Advice, Technical Infrastructure Coordinator, uh, Appropriate Technology SMP, and so on. The innovation ecosystem. Why this innovation ecosystem important? Let's say we are working in the healthcare industry. So in the healthcare industry, we need different kind of solutions. In the healthcare industry, we need different kind of critical solutions. So can I know something that what kind of innovative solution you did for your healthcare industry? Madam Angela?
Thank you, Mr. President. I would say for now, like with the current COVID situation,
Mhm.
the only innovation I would think about as at now is developing standard operating procedures for a unit that I run. That
Mhm.
is the main theater, so that we have a way of still dealing with the COVID positive patients as
Mhm.
well as COVID negative patients without contamination. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Alex, what you want to share? Like what type of innovative solutions you create for healthcare system? Can you unmute? Mr. Alex, can you unmute?
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. President. From the setup that I do work, if there are any innovations I would want to bring on board, it would then be more equipments because I'm in an ICU setup. We have a challenge in terms of latest uh, let's say equipments, ventilators, where some of our patients sometimes do, you get a big number of patients, but for some of them that need that kind of an intervention, we do lack them. So I would partner with any willing organization that is able to help us in this particular regard. And not just ventilators, but there are even medications, because we do have a lot of nosocomial infections that are within that particular setup, and most of our patients in this setup are immunocompromised. So I would want to bring on board people who can help us with the ways to improve on this particular situation. Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Thank you. Thank you. Christine, Christine, can you share your views about the innovative solution? Okay, the innovative ecosystem, establishing a legal framework for IP as an essential component of the innovative ecosystem in the global economy. Cost effectiveness, transactional effective and simplicity is the operations of IP system internationally. Enhance capacity across the innovation system. Economic intelligence, database, economic and statistical report. Innovation has an impact on number of other SDG. Innovation as a policy setting can assist in realizing other SDG. Innovations practice contribute directly to the achievement of certain SDG, notably zero hunger, good health and well-being, clean water and sanitations, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, sustainable cities and communities, climate actions. Yeah, innovations as a policy setting can assist in realizing other SDG, notably no poverty, decent work and economic growth, life below water, life on land. Certain SDG are relevant to the setting of an innovations policy framework: gender inequality, decent work and economic growth, reduce inequality, responsible consumptions and production. Uh, SDG 17 is a modality partnership for the goals. Quality educations. Cooperating as the principal mechanism for financial cultural production. Legal framework in treaties, normative discussion, partnership, accessible book consortiums, enhancing publishing capacity, capacity building, legal and technical advice, collective and individual right management, human resource capacity building. Health and Innovation, Standing Committee on the Law of Partner, uh, Trilateral Cooperation, Upstream Activities, WIPO, Search, uh, Partner Scopes Database, Operationals, Activities, Partner Scope Database, and uh, trilateral cooperations. So my major objective for today's sessions, how we can analyze that about the health and well-being. So how actually health and well-being related to decent work and economic development. And Angela.
Um, I believe for us to have a healthy nation and a healthy workforce, we need to uh, take care. I hope I've heard your question right, Mr. President. Maybe you can repeat the question again. Sorry.
Actually, what is the relationship between health industry and decent work and environment?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. I suppose that for us to get quality output at work, we need a healthy workforce. And this could only be achieved through proper policies at work where the healthcare force is well taken care of in terms of their well-being, like developing as developing a social system that they cannot be so much weighed down, like if they have they are overwhelmed. Especially I would give an example, like during COVID times, we had staffs who were going through a lot, having to stay in their COVID outfits for so long, these staff members actually needed to some sort of psychological support so that they eventually are of good help to the patients and contribute positively to the healthcare system. At the same time, the people who, it's not only in the health sector, this is covered across board, because if you look at all the other workforce, wherever they are, whoever is contributing positively to the economy of the country, they need the healthcare system to be very strong and to be up to date, so that the healthcare system, the patients who are coming to them are well taken care of, so that they go back there and be productive in the community. That's what I would say for now.
Okay, Mr. Alex.
Oh, thank you so much, Ms. President. In regards to the question, health industry and decent environment, I would more so zero in the cleanliness of the facility that we are offering the health services to the patients. If the environment, if we, I know most of our focus is usually on the well-being of the patient and the betterment and the purpose is to get the patient get well. But if the environment is not that very clean, it can impact negatively on the patient, and it can be an area of spreading diseases. So we need to engage all the health people around and the other workforce that are within that setup, so that the environment is also quite conducive for the patient, so that once we are able to treat these particular patients, we are then able not to spread, and where isolation procedures are needed to be put in place, we adhere to them and also practice those standards as needed. Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Christine, what you want to add for today, especially when we discuss about uh, like health and well-being, as well as decent work and economic development? Okay, okay, that is the things like we need to prepare ourselves, and we need to take a serious level of preparations, especially when we thinking about sustainable development. We have to develop our own strategy, we have to develop our own point of view, and most important thing is that we have to understand that how we can improve the quality of work. So I just want to know how many of you taking preparation for IELTS or English communication courses. Madam Angela, is there any progress?
Yes, I've booked for my IELTS test in April.
Okay. Mr. Alex?
Thank you once again. I've equally booked for my exam in April, and I'm really looking forward to do it. I've gone ahead and gotten some more information which could be helpful to other students in terms of the Play Store. You can get some courses in regards to IELTS, and I'm brushing through them time and again. I'm also on YouTube, and I'm trying to relate to other peers so that I'm well prepared to do this exam by that time.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr.
Madam,
President.
Thank you. Madam Devotee, Christine. Okay, thank you everyone for joining today's sessions. See you tomorrow, but I want to see some sort of practice you are doing. If you have any questions, you can ask me. And thank you everyone for joining today's session. Thank you. Bye bye and take care.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye. See you.